Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Marissa Lippiatt from the SCQF Partnership. I'm delighted to be here today. You'll notice from this slide my colleague Fiona Gary was unable to attend today, so I'm going to step in and give you some insight into RPL from the Scottish perspective. So the Scottish Credit and Qualifications Framework is one of the oldest frameworks in the world, and it was set up in 2001 as an integrating framework. So it fully integrates lifelong learning, and it covers learning at school, college and university, but it also covers work-based and community learning programmes. Our framework's not regulated, which means it's not owned by the government or by any ministerial department. So when the FCQF partnership was set up, legislation was put in place regarding its status, which means that successive governments cannot change or cannot decide to change its structure. From its very inception, a set of RPL principles were embedded within the overarching principles of a framework, and everyone who places programmes on our framework must adhere to these principles, and that creates a parity of esteem within our SCQF levels. We permit employers and anyone whose programme fits with the 4 criteria of credit rating to place their programmes on our framework. What we call credit rating bodies, that's all colleges, universities and a number of organisations who've gone through a rigorous process, can place their programmes on a framework. And through a process of third-party credit rating, other organisations can have their programmes added as well. However, RPL is not mandatory in Scotland. It's not funded by the Scottish Government. So each credit rating body or programme owner sets its own guidelines to what it will accept. Credit transfer is commonly accepted from college to university, but credit for experience, that verification of non-formal and informal learning, is quite often seen as a difficult and costly exercise, although there are some pockets of good practice across the HEI sector in Scotland, and that's mainly from our sort of more recent universities that have been created after 1995. We have an RPL toolkit and online guidance tool that supports RPL candidates, practitioners and employers to understand RPL, and it acts as a signpost before candidates then approach the credit rating body. It doesn't produce anything concrete. It acts very much as a signpost and a good starting point for candidates. The toolkit itself is currently undergoing a full review following feedback and guidance from an RPL focus group. And we were really pleased to have the participation of colleagues from RPL Ireland, the College Development Network and the Quality Assurance Agency for Scotland who took part in that focus group. So we will make improvements as the year goes on, as we watch this space. Our role is also to deliver training and workshops to organisations, individuals and employers to promote the use of RPL. And quite a few, actually, of our Irish colleagues have joined some of our sessions. We've produced a number of publications on our website, including RPL information notes, and we've worked with other countries to offer advice and guidance in setting up their RPL systems. Currently, our website is being refreshed, and all RPL information will then be housed on an RPL hub, a specific hub that we're creating over the next couple of months. We've also really recently developed an RPL facilitators checklist, and that's aimed at practitioners working with claims for experiential learning. And it really helps to guide candidates through the natural steps that they might take. We'd be really keen to gather feedback on this, and the way I would like to do that is really to follow up after the conference to gather anyone's thoughts who might be interested. Finally, I'd just like to say that at the SCQF partnership, we're really keen to develop and build knowledge and knowledge-sharing partnerships with other frameworks and networks across Europe and internationally. And if you'd like more information on that, myself and my colleague Nicola Smith, who's sitting over here, would be happy to talk to you over the coming day or so, so please come and seek us out. And finally, just to say that the links up here are on QR codes which are on the leaflets on your table. Thank you.